guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle Long. I am the owner of Lather In Lux here in Dayton, Ohio. And if you live in Dayton, Ohio, then you know our weather here is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. But anyways, back to the soap. My inspiration for this soap was inspired by Victoria's Secret. I made a purchase about 10 years ago and they gave me a free plush dog that looks like this. So it's pink with white polka dots. That is going to be incorporated into the base of the soap. And on this side is the Bombshell fragrance. Those colors are also going to be incorporated in the bottom of this soap. I am using a Bombshell fragrance duplication from Candlewick, and it smells really close to the same fragrance. Like, I would say dead on, but it is definitely a dupe of Bombshell. So before we get started, I told you guys in my last soaping video that there was going to be a giveaway. So if you want to enter into this giveaway, check out the description box below for more information on how to get your hands on one of these super luxurious bars of soap, which has no name yet. I'm not sure what I want to call it yet, so feel free to leave me a comment below and maybe I'll choose your name. Maybe I'll choose your idea for this soap for a name. Does that make sense? Maybe I will choose what, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Maybe I'll choose the name that you leave down in this blah 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 blah. If you would like to get your hands on one of these bars, feel free to check out the description box below on how to enter into the giveaway to get your hands on one of these beautiful bars of soap made by me. You're definitely going to want to get a soap made by me. But anyways, let's make some soap. Bye! Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. I am using the Bombshell fragrance from Candlewick. Here is the Bombshell fragrance that I'm going to be using from Candlewick. But then I also have some Scotty Dogs that I'm going to be putting in the soap. So when I cut them, you will see them in the corner of the soap. I'm going to start by blending my lye water solution into my oils. Both of these are at room temperature. I do have titanium dioxide in the lye water solution. And I'm just going to go ahead and pour that down my stick blender, getting all the air bubbles out of the blender. After I blended this up, we are just past light trace. I'm going to be adding electric bubblegum. It's going to be one color pour. I want it to be like a light pink color. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with this amount and see what color I get with that. I'm going to go ahead and blend that color in there and I'll bring you guys right back. Alright, I think I got the color that I wanted. I want it to be kind of a light pink, and that's exactly what I got. I'm just going to go ahead and wipe the sides down, making sure that all of that color is throughout the whole soap and not sticking to the sides of the container. It does like to do that sometimes. I'm just going to go ahead and pour some of this off into a smaller container. Blend some of my fragrance into this little container so when I pour it into the mold I can stick my embeds in there. In this fragrance oil I have some additives in there. I have my kale and clay. I also have some vanilla color stabilizer in there so it helps this soap not turning brown because there is some vanillin in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pour some of that in there. And I'm going to go ahead and mix that fragrance in there so it does not speed up trace. Speeding up trace just means that the soap batter will harden up faster So I do not want the soap batter to harden up faster. I want it to stay, you know, kind of fluid so I can pour it in there. I am using this mold that I got from Nurture Soap, the 3-pounder, and I absolutely love this soap mold. I do cut my bars into 1 inch, and that is why you see these lines here. Not only that, it helps me place the embeds in there exactly where I want them, so I don't have to guess. So I'm just going to go ahead and start pouring this first little bit in there so I can stick those embeds in there. And this fragrance smells so good, and it seems to be working very well in this soap base here. It's not spanning trace up at all. It's staying pretty fluid actually, which is a soap maker's dream. It is the worst thing when you haven't used the fragrance and next thing you know, everything is turning into rocks. I'm just kidding. Not that bad. But it definitely does become pretty hard and you gotta work really fast. Some fragrance oils do not have reviews on them, so you kind of just gotta go with it and see what happens. And I seem to pick all the ones that have no reviews on them. But that's okay. I have fun anyways. Just setting my container off to the side. I'm going to shake that down just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and put some of those embeds in there, starting with the little doggy embeds that I have. They're so cute. Look at that. Aren't those just adorable? I'm going to be placing these on the line. I'm going to try to see if these will stay in there without falling over. Trying to make sure I get these on the line because they are so thin. I don't want to miss them when I actually cut the bar. I'm already excited to cut into this soap so I can see what it looks like. I think it's going to turn out amazing. I made extra just because when I cut this soap, I don't want to miss cutting the dog. I want to make sure every soap has a dog when you cut into it. And as you use the bar, you will see a dog when you know, as you use the bar in the shower, it will reveal a dog. And this fragrance, I have to say, is behaving very, very well. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I think that is where I'm going to leave that at. I'm going to go ahead and drop some of these. I got these white gumballs in there. I want them to look like polka dots when I cut into the soap. And I want to make sure that I put them in there just like this, because if I put them in there like that and I cut it, it's not going to be a complete circle. So I got to make sure I put it in there on its side. Do you guys let me know what you did for the 4th of July? I know everybody gets all excited when the 4th of July comes around. I know I do. I think we are going to go to a camp in Indiana we used to go to. It's called Natural Springs. I love that place. It's so beautiful there. So we used to go there when my oldest son was about 3. I want to say. He was about 3 when we used to take him there. And we had moved to Bowling Green, Kentucky. And when we moved back, we haven't been there since. Okay, guys, I'm just going to put this off to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and get some more batter ready. I am hand blending this because I do not really need to blend it up with the blender. And I'm just going to go ahead and pour this on top. I'm going to give that a tap down and go ahead and start placing some more of those soap gum balls in there. I did not want to shake that up too much because I don't want to displace any of those embeds that are already in the soap. So I'm just going to go ahead and start placing some more soap gum balls into the soap. Alright, we have that all blended in. It's time to pour the next part onto the soapy gumballs. I'm just wiggling it to get it all in the corners of the soap mold. And I do gotta place some more soapy gumballs in there, so I'm gonna leave the rest of that off to the side. Okay, I have all of that in there, and I'm just gonna try to cover up some of these soapy gumballs. Without kind of disturbing them. Alright, that is it for the bottom of the soap. I'm just going to go ahead and give this a tap down, and I will bring you guys back for the piping. I went ahead and brought you guys back to show you how I place my tip into my piping bag for those of you who are new to soaping. That way you have an idea how to get started with piping. So today I'm going to be using the Atico 172 tip. See if I can get you guys focused in on that. And there it is. And honestly, I wasn't sure what tip I wanted to use because I want to use all of them, but I narrowed it down to the one. And so you just place your tip into your bag. Let it fall down to the bottom. Go ahead and get your scissors. Mark it with them on the bag. You go ahead and push that back up a little bit. We're ready to cut that. Then you just go ahead and slide it in through that hole that you just cut. And it should be pretty tight in there because when you're piping, you don't want to squeeze and your tip just shoot right out into your work that you've just done. So you want it pretty solid in there. And that is how you put the tip in your bag. Another good tip to do when you're going to pipe is to roll down the top of your bag That way when you're putting your soap in there, it's not going to get on the outside of your bag, because there is nothing worse than a messy bag when you are trying to pipe soap and your hands are like filthy and you got to grab things and you don't want your soap to get on your embeds when you're touching them. So then you can just go ahead and get you like a container. For example, we'll use this one. And you want to take the bottom of your tip and fold it upward like this. Place it in your container like that. Take your top of your bag and pull it down the top of whatever container that you're going to be putting your soap batter into. And there you have it. You are ready to now pour your soapy piping into your container and get ready to pipe. I'll bring you guys back when that's all mixed up and I'll show you guys how to put it in your container and get that ready for the next step. Alright, we are ready to put our soapy frosting into our piping bag. So here is our container that we made to go ahead and put that soapy frosting in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and scoop it in there. All of it, every bit of it. I do have some pretty embeds for the top of this soap. I'm also going to be adding glitter because a diva is not a diva without her glitter. Am I right or am I right? Now, just because I put glitter on this soap does not mean when you take a shower that the glitter is going to stay on you when you get out. It will not stay on you when you get out. And the glitter that I use is biodegradable. Go ahead and whack that down a little bit to get it down in that bag. I'm just now going to roll the top of my bag up and pull it out of the container, leaving this still like that for just a moment. I'm going to lay it flat on my table and push all of the frosting to the bottom, making sure I can get as many air bubbles out as I possibly can, or making sure I don't get any air bubbles in there, I should say. And then I'm going to get my spatula and squeegee my soapy frosting. Can you guys see that? Squeegee it all the way down to the bottom of the bag. Just like so. Turn the end of the bag and squeeze some out the tip. And I'm going to bring my soap over here and I'm going to start piping the top of this soap. This tip is a little bit smaller than what I'm actually used to working with. And that is it for the piping. We are going to go ahead and add our soapy embeds. And here is what those look like. They're so glittery. But before I add these, I have glitter I want to use. This is biodegradable holographic glitter that I purchased from Brambleberry. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a good heaping. Definitely loving that. I want to see kind of like what this looks like with some super sparkles from Nurture Soap as well. I am using my spray pumps that I got from Nurture Soap. I really like those. They help a lot. Okay, so where to place the diamond embeds? I think I'm just going to go ahead and place them on the top like that. I'm not sure yet. Let me see how that looks. These may get chopped a bit. I think I'm just going to go ahead and put the smaller ones on there because they fit better. There's a few extras that I'm just going to place randomly on the soap. And if you are the lucky one, you would get one that has an extra diamond on the soap. Top that off with some more glitter. I'm going to go ahead and add some rose biodegradable glitter as well. And then some more hollow. And give that a spritz of rubbing alcohol. Welcome back to the Victoria's Secret inspired soap. I've been so excited to cut this soap, so let's just jump right in and get that first bar sliced and see what it looks like. Just pushing through evenly. Alright, the big reveal. Oh, and there it is. There's what the first bar looks like. So far, not too bad. That is a giant bar of soap. Alright, cutting another one. And here is what the next one looks like. So far, I am pretty happy with this bar of soap. And you can see all the little sparkly glitters on top. And here is what the next one looks like. Here's the other side. So some of the dog didn't come through all the way, but as you use the bar, it will come through. Another slice. Well, that sums up the Victoria's Secret inspired soap. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all for the next soapy creation. Happy 4th of July.